Hey folks, I'm shooting a video on how to install a casting platform on a Ranger 620 VS. It's a walleye boat, and if you want to switch it over to have a casting platform in the back and make it more of a bass boat, this is what you get. You get the platform itself, you get a top plate for your seat pedestal, you get a bottom plate. This is going to go underneath the casting platform. Mounting hardware for this, all stainless steel. You get a strut that goes underneath this, and your seat's going to go into the top of this right through the casting platform, and you get some mounting hardware, quick release mounting hardware for the sides. These are going to go on the side of this, and when you're done with your install, the only thing you're going to see if you take the casting platform off are these little tabs right here. That's all that's going to be left on the boat, to the sides of the boat when you get done. So it doesn't come pre-drilled for your seat base. I kind of wish it did, but it doesn't. So what you're going to need to do, what I did, is I took this pedestal and I put it in the socket in the middle between the two storage lockers, and I set the casting platform down on top of it. At first I pre-fit the casting platform to make sure it was going to fit where I wanted it, and I set that down and I made a mark on the bottom of this, and I've already done that. I haven't drilled it yet, so that will get you where you need to be with that. I'm going to take an 1 7/8" hole saw and come into the bottom and drill that out. I'm going to start with this because I think if I get this right, then mounting the sides will be easy after that. So we'll go outside and start the install in a few minutes. Okay guys, we're back outside to do the casting deck install on the Ranger boat. And that casting deck is going to sit right on this ledge all around here. And it's going to go up snug to all your covers. So when you set it in here, make sure that your covers are going to open nice. I already pre-fit it, and everything's snug and everything's still open, so I think it's going to go pretty good. Just hold on a minute and I'll set this up, set the casting platform in there. I laid the casting platform down in there. You can see it's nice and snug around the edges, and the covers are snug, but they'll still open. And when you're going to mount this, you're going to have to put some screws into the sides. Make sure you put them into the sides, not into the back. The back is where your live well is, and you'll end up drilling holes through your live well. So we're going to put them on the sides of the casting platform, and I hope it's not too dark under here. I'll show you underneath. There's a ridge on these, and I painted these ends white just so you can see. I'm going to put one bracket there, and I'm going to put one bracket there, and I'm going to mount them to the sides with these sheet metal screws they gave me. The first thing I'm going to do is drill this hole in the middle here, and I told you yesterday I had it marked. I'm going to show you how to mark it. I'm going to put the pedestal in, I'm going to set this down on top of here and mark it and cut it. But what I'm going to do before that is I'm going to put some masking tape right here on each side of these so I can mark my gel coat. When I put the brackets on, it'll be easier to mark than trying to mark the gel coat, and it'll also keep the gel coat from splintering when we're drilling it. We'll talk to you in a little bit. I just stuck the seat strut down in the center hole. What that's going to do when we drill our hole through the platform, the actual weight of the seat is not going to be on the platform, it's going to be on that strut. And you can see I've got some white paint I marked up there. You should probably use masking tape on this. It's hard to mark it because it's black fiberglass, and I just put white dots of paint on there so you can see it easier. I would mask it on every corner, and then we'll drop this down on here, keeping it snug in the back. It's set right down nice, and I've got a black Sharpie somewhere. I'm going to get underneath here and I'm going to mark that around that, and we're going to take our hole saw and cut it. Alright, I got underneath the platform and I taped off where my side brackets are going to go. I would suggest you make sure you look inside the bins, the storage bins on the side here, and make sure nothing is in the way when you run your sheet metal screws in there and wreck something beforehand. Remember, do not drill into the back where your live well is. Do it to the sides. And then the top of it's gonna go here and here. The little bracket ends are gonna go on here. Okay, we're gonna take this thing out of the boat, go drill our hole, and see if it all lines up good. Okay, I'm doing this with the GoPro camera, and you're gonna hear some background noises. Some guys working out behind me here, and you're gonna hear some gunshots because I actually live at a shooting range in the wintertime. So I got my hole cut. It fit nice and snug. I like that, so it won't wiggle inside there and egg out the hole. So we'll put this in. Okay. And drop the cover down on it. There it goes. Weight on it. Perfect. 1 7/8. It went in perfect. Nice and snug. And we're going to leave that like that. And then we're going to go down underneath and we're going to mark our side brackets, screw those in, and we'll have a nice tight fitment. But what we're going to do next is we have to put the bracket on that goes around this. And I think I'm going to take it out of the boat and do it over on a workbench, just because I don't want all the fiberglass shavings and stuff in the boat. I'm getting enough grass clippings in here as it is because I'm working outdoors. So that'll be our next segment. We'll be mounting that. And then of course underneath there is a support to keep everything nice and tight. Said you're going to hear gunshots because guys are shooting skeet behind me, and my workbench is a golf cart because, like I said, I'm doing this down in Florida. To mount this and keep it centered, I found that an 1.5 inch piece of PVC is the same exact diameter as that 1 7/8 hole. So just like that, for the mounting purposes, I'm pushing a little bit of carpet down in there when I'm trying to do this. I'm pretty sure it'll go. Just, if that doesn't work, I'm going to go take the strut out of the boat. Hold on. There it went. Okay. You just got to I'm going to orient this tab to the back because I think that's just going to look a little cleaner. And go ahead and bore those 4 holes out along there. We'll drill those out and then come from underneath, and this will bolt up underneath there, and that'll give it a little more support around the seat base. I'm gonna go ahead and drill those out a second. Okay guys, you're gonna hear a lot of gunshots now. I went ahead and drilled my holes, mounted my bracket. I think the bottom of this is just to strengthen the fiberglass. The top turned out pretty nice and clean. The only thing I don't know about is, do I need this notch cut out? We're gonna find out. I'm gonna go try fit it and drop the seat into it to see if I need to. If I need to, I'm gonna have to take a jigsaw and notch this out right here. That's where your little latching mechanism might go, but I don't think I need it, but we're gonna find out here in a minute. But otherwise it's gone pretty good. Nice and snug, nice and solid. Real happy with that part so far. We're gonna try dropping the seat in it and see if I do need to cut that notch out. If I do, then we're gonna edit again. And I'm gonna get a skill saw. I don't think I do because the edge of this is right here. Look at that. Perfect. I don't need to cut that notch out because it doesn't go down that far. Looks good. Lots of strength there. Just a little bit. There we go. Anyhow, we got that part done. Seat fits in nice and tight. It's not going to pull out. So what we have to do next is is we have to get our bottom brackets, our quick release brackets mounted underneath here, and we'll turn the camera up for a little bit and I'll get underneath there and show you how to mark them. The rest would be pretty straightforward. If I get underneath there and mark these, before you do it, turn this screw back so that it's flush. So when you're laying that in there, you're going to lay one part up against the top of this and the other part's going to go against the fiberglass. You want this flush so you can lay it in there nice and flat and get your nice Sharpie and mark each one. We're going to come back and we're going to drill them and screw them in, and we should be done. It should be nice and solid. There's enough light underneath here. I'm going to show you how to mount these. What we're going to do is we're going to put them up here, and I put a line on there just to keep them straight. And we're going to mount them like that. Actually, I'm going to move it over here because the fiberglass is a little weird right there. And I got a line to mark it with. I'm going to mark those holes, drill them out, and make sure that these are square. These tabs are square when I mark them. And we'll do all 4 corners, and should be done with our installation after that. Fun fact, guys, for drilling this out is if you don't drill this out deep enough, fiberglass is really hard, and you run your screws into the fiberglass, you will shear them off if you don't have your holes drilled deep enough. Now this platform is about a ½ inch thick, I measured. So I went in here and I put a little piece of tape on my drill bit, and I'm going to drill down to when the tape touches the thing so I don't drill through the platform. Because if I don't have those deep enough, I will shear off the screws. Just keep that in mind, and kind of drill kind of slow. You don't want to shear those screws off, and you'll have to be remarking everything all over again and buying more screws. All right, folks, I have my tabs mounted to the bulkhead sides, all 4 of them. All I have to do now is drop that cover back over there and thread in the turn screws, and this will be done. And it turned out pretty nice. I'll show you. I'll button her up and show you in a minute. Okay, I've got the cover on. We're complete. Screws are all in. The turn buckles are all in underneath. Okay. Let's drop the seat on it. Put the seat in. Done. There we go. Catastrophic GoPro failure. Anyhow, that one down in there nice. Everything down there is nice. Okay. Thanks for watching.